Yes, people. Welcome back to the finished article on all things football. And this episode is the roundup of game week 4 of the Premier League, which started on Saturday, ended on Monday, and we're now on Wednesday evening. Well, not evening, night now. We're going to do a quick little roundup and we'll let you know our thoughts on all the games and everything like that. So before I do that, before I bring my co-host on, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Thank you everyone for who has subscribed and left comments and likes on the videos. The love is much appreciated. We are on the race to 200, so please subscribe, get us up to that next target, and we'll have another prize draw for the winner. Official Facebook and Twitter of the channel are at the bottom, and mine is in the corner here. When Shaz comes on, his will be in the corner as well. But yes, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow us on Twitch. One last little thing before I do bring my boy Shaz on. One last little thing. We do have a fantasy football league on the official Premier League website. Invitation code is at the bottom right now, and you can still sign up and you can still win prizes because we are doing it for month by month winner. So whoever's at the top at the end of each month, based on the amount of points you've got in that month. So for August, we've had one winner. September, we'll probably have a different winner, and each month we'll have a different winner. So as long as we've got a different winner and that winner is subscribed to the channel, we'll get a prize out for that winner. So August's winner was Asif Fazal. Had no contact from him yet, and I don't think he is subscribed to the channel from what I can see. So it's just unfortunate, but we move on. We move forward, move on to September's prize, and maybe if we're feeling good, we'll look. We'll double the prize up. Who knows? But without further ado, here is the host with the most shows, my boy Shaz. Yes, my G, what are we saying?
Oh, good, bro. How's things?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. So, people, as we've said, this is a roundup of game week 4. And I'll kick off with the first game because I know Shaz wants to move on to the second one. Second one's going to be his favorite one to talk about. First game, we saw Crystal Palace on Saturday, the 11th of September, early kickoff. And it was quite a surprise. They beat Spurs 3-0. Spurs were the only team with a perfect record, 3 wins in 3. And they lost to Crystal Palace, which I was shocked by. I wouldn't have expected Crystal Palace to beat them. But Crystal Palace were at home. And, these things happen in football. You don't always keep that perfect record.
Yeah, I think, the funny thing is we did the preview on the Thursday because, or Friday, sorry.
Yeah.
And even we said that Spurs would win it as a narrow 1-0. You said they'd smash them. And the opposite happened. They
got smashed. I was right in one sense. Someone got smashed up. You get me? But Idris, bro, you no need to say sorry, bro. You're not late. We've literally just started, bro. We've literally just started. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you always being there, bro. But yeah, bro, you're right though. The Spurs game, we both predicted Spurs a win, and Crystal Palace took that. So our predictions are just gone already from the first game. But
yeah, it was just a bad day for Spurs, and we said this as well. They might be top, but that was probably
like I've always said, Spurs are bottle jobs, bro.
Yeah,
Spurs will be Spurs in it. Spurs will do the good stuff. They'll like they've done here, perfect record at the start of the league, 3 wins in 3, and then they mess it up by losing to Crystal Palace, who, to me, Spurs should be winning, especially when they've got the best striker in the world, Harry Kane, in their squad. Idris, man, come on. There's no need to say things like that, bro. Young boys, Champions League winners, bro. I did a post-match analysis on the United game yesterday, Shaz couldn't make it for that one, but I won't really talk about the young boys game here because this is about the Premier League. But okay, so Crystal Palace Premier League winners. Come on, bro. I think they've only won one game. Let's not. The season hasn't ended after game week 4.
Is on one tonight, eh?
Look, if the Premier League had ended after game week 4, United would be Premier League champions right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, that's true.
But we move, bro. We move on to the next game. I'll let my boy Shaz bring this one up.
So it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Oh, sorry, yeah. Arsenal finally win again. Well, I think it was pretty much expected that Arsenal would. We both predicted.
Nah, bro,
Arsenal.
this was not expected. Don't say things like that, bro.
Okay.
Arsenal were not expected to win.
Actually,
bro.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I watched this game.
Okay.
Because I had nothing better to do, and I thought, let me see if Arsenal can actually do something for a change. And they were actually quite lucky. So their goal was a scrappy. Oh, okay. So all goals count, but they weren't clinical. Yeah. They got lucky. Norwich played well, and did have a couple of chances of their own. If they'd been a bit more clinical themselves, it could have easily ended in as a 1-1 draw. You know.
Yeah. No, definitely, bro. Sorry, I just wanted to bring up the Crystal Palace versus Spurs. The official man of the match was Edouard, who scored 2 goals.
All right, yes.
And obviously, Zaha scored 1 and assisted 1 as well.
So Edouard came from Celtic. He was a striker there for the last couple of years.
Very good player, man. Very good player.
And he's actually a decent striker. I think he'll do well for Palace.
I think he will. He's done well already to score 2 against Tottenham. But Tottenham did have a man sent off in the 58th minute. I forgot to mention that, but obviously we're on the Arsenal game. So Aubameyang scored the only goal of the game with an assist from Pepe. There wasn't really much in this game, really, was there, to be honest?
No, it was a very cagey affair. It was reminiscent of Arsenal's current form, whereby they are struggling for confidence. And they just about got through the win. I wouldn't say it was the highlight, but
no, definitely, bro, definitely. I mean, I'm just looking at the stats for this game. Arsenal had just under 52% possession, 7 shots on target out of 30. That's bad. And Norwich had 1 shot on target out of 10.
Yeah.
Bloody heck. Arsenal had 635 touches to 593. Pass-wise, 438 passes to 408. So Arsenal obviously were, possession-wise dominated, touches, passes-wise dominated, but goal-wise, they only managed to get 1 more goal than, that 1 goal to win the game, which obviously in games like this, you only need the 1 goal, don't you? So
yeah, correct.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. They got to win 3 points. I think they'll be happy with that.
I think your boy Idris is on one tonight.
Yeah, Idris is going sick on the Champions League stuff, bro. But bro, yeah, this is about the Premier League. So the comments in regards to United and the Champions League, I'm not going to be able to bring them up because we are obviously here to talk about the Premier League. But I do appreciate the comments, man. I do appreciate them.
Yeah.
But we'll move, man. We'll move on to the next. Brentford versus Brighton. Another 1-0 win in this game for the away team, Brighton. The goal coming in the 90th minute. Wow. So it could have been a draw.
That was, you know what? That game actually was destined for a no-no, and I predicted it was a draw. And it actually turned out to be a last-minute cracker from Trossard.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
No, definitely. It was a good goal. But to be fair, the man of the match was Robert Sanchez, who I believe was the Brighton goalkeeper.
Correct,
yeah. The Brighton goalkeeper. So he got man of the match. So that means he obviously pulled off some great saves to get man of the match. And Brighton has your boy Danny Welbeck in the team, bro.
Yes,
just saying, bro. Just saying. And they've got an ex-Liverpool player, Adam Lallana, in the team as well. Wow.
I mean, need I say more?
Lallana had gone to Brighton, to be fair.
Need I say more? The Brighton are currently 4th in the league.
No, you don't need to say no more than that, bro. No, but Brighton have had a good start, man. To be fourth after 4 games, it's decent for a team like Brighton.
Yeah.
And I mean no disrespect by saying like a team like Brighton. I mean, they're not a big team. They don't have big players.
The post Ben White era has definitely
Post
been
Ben
very
White.
blessed.
Is that what we're calling this team now? The post Ben White era, yeah? Okay.
Why
That's what
not?
we're calling it, yeah. That's a mad one, bro. That's a mad one.
Yeah. Next game we've got is Leicester Man City.
Yes.
And we actually, both of us, well, I predicted a draw. And you predicted, I believe, a Leicester win, 1-0.
Yes.
And it turns out both of our predictions were wrong because Man City ended up just about scraping it 1-0.
Bro, I just want to get your comments on this comment from Idris. Brighton Champions League players contenders. Idris, come on, man. We're 4 games into the league. You can't really say things like that.
Currently, yes, they are fourth.
Right
but
now they are, yeah. But let's be
that,
honest. End of the
that,
season,
yeah,
they're going to be towards the end of the season. They will be fighting for
mid-table,
relegation.
mid-table.
They'll be fighting for relegation or mid-table, somewhere around there. But sorry, bro. As you were saying about the Leicester City game. Sorry, bro.
So it was quite a tight game. Both teams had chances. Cancelo had a few shots. Edison saved well from Harvey Barnes, and Jesus was denied by Schmeichel. So it was end to end. Vardy did actually score, but the goal was ruled out for offside. Before Bernardo Silva bundled the home game's only goal in.
Yeah.
Wasn't a classic, but we got the job done.
No, like I said when we were talking about the Arsenal game and obviously the Brighton one, they were all 1-0 wins. A goal's a goal. It gets you through. It gets you the 3 points. And in the league, every point counts, especially those early points, bro. They bring you momentum. What's this? I predict a win against City with Mr. Hairgel bottling every shot. I think he's referring to Jack Grealish there, to be fair.
Yeah.
And Jamie Vardy was having a party. Yeah, I don't think he was because he didn't score and his team lost, bro. So no party for Vardy on that night, bro. But we moved, bro. Next game was the game for me. This was the game of the weekend. Manchester United hosting Newcastle United at home at Old Trafford. And it didn't disappoint, man. This game was Ronaldo's return to United, his first game back, his first game at Old Trafford in about 12 years. And your boy Ronaldo did not disappoint either. He scored 2 goals. Bruno scored 1 and Lingard scored another. The assists were 2 assists from Pogba and 1 from Luke Shaw. And Newcastle scored in the 56th minute. So it was 1-1 at one point. And they scored through Manquillo.
Manquillo, yeah.
I thought this was a great match, to be fair, man. When it got to 1-1, I thought, you know what? This is United. They do this. They score early. They get they concede, and then they just play out for a draw, or they lose. But you have to realize now they've got Ronaldo in the team, so he pulled the team through this game.
On the Ronaldo the saga, I think we talked about the controversy that this wasn't actually televised as a evening kickoff or the first game of lunchtime.
No, the thing is,
Ronaldo.
I spoke to a couple of people regarding this. Now, the reason you can't have 3 p.m. kickoffs in the UK on a Saturday is because people won't go to lower league club games. And that's the ruling that the Premier League have. Only in England that you will have that you can't broadcast.
Say that again. What's the ruling again? Remind me.
So basically, the reason they have 3 p.m. kickoffs and the reason they can't be televised is because the football leagues want you to go to the lower league games. So let's say you live in Accrington and Man United are on TV. You're more likely to stay home and watch United than actually go and watch Accrington Stanley. Now, my take on this is, regardless of whether United are on TV or not, I'm not going to go watch Accrington Stanley because I never do. So just because United are on TV doesn't mean I'm going to make that effort to go and watch Accrington Stanley. Yes, I probably should. If I live in that town, support my local club as well, because the local clubs need the money more than the bigger clubs. But I think that ruling is really bad.
Yeah, I didn't actually know that. Thank you for sharing that, actually. But I never really saw that as an issue. I mean, I'll be honest with you, growing up back in the day, I used to go watch a lot of football.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is all because of Sky.
yeah, it's
Sky,
just, I think
Sky
I don't think
started the
it's a Sky
whole putting
ruling.
the Premier League on
It's a,
TV
it's a
with all the
Sky
money.
ruling.
Say that again?
It's a Sky ruling, basically. It's just
No, that ruling's made by the Premier League themselves and the Football League, the FA, sorry. But it started because Sky started putting football on TV every week, and people were watching the TV rather than going to lower league clubs.
okay.
And having the games on TV hit the lower league clubs a lot, bro. And it still does.
Can I just say something? So, I know you were talking about the United game, but I didn't join you on yesterday's podcast. So I just need to say to people, I really need people to listen.
What are we talking about here? The Champions League?
Yeah, I need to rep.
No, we can't talk about the Champions League, bro.
Not talking about Champions League. But everybody needs to calm down. It's one game. Don't panic, boys. You can still have a bad day.
You bang on with that, bro.
You still have a bad day, and I guarantee you, Ronaldo, your boy, he's back, baby. 3 goals, 2 games. So, Idris, you relax, you enjoy Lukaku, and we'll see you at the end of the season when you're watching us lift all the trophies and you lift nothing. All right.
So I wanna just point out, right, that I'm trying to find this post that I put up on Twitter earlier. I don't know if you saw it, Shaz, but I put a post up because there was loads of talk on Twitter, right? There's loads of talk on Twitter about Ole out, and then there was another one of the other one that I saw was Conte's available as manager, Zidane's available as manager, right? Now, I just want to point out that I am not behind either of those. My post on Twitter was, I'm hearing all this Ole out talk and Conte is available and Zidane. United have a manager and they are sticking by him. Until that changes, I'm sticking by the manager too. Last time out was unfortunate against Young Boys, but it wasn't Ole's fault. We got a red card.
Yeah, I mean, look. Let's be honest. You if you put it into the context of the group stage game, you know what?
Bro, it's one game in the group
stage. It's one game in the group stage. There's another 5 to go, and you guys got to and people have to realize that it's better to take the loss now, and we live and we move on.
We move on in it, bro. We move
on
from that. That was yesterday.
Idris has put the comment of the night up. Oh yes, championship.
The championship are not ready for the Aubameyang, Pepe, Saka duo. Yeah, man. They're not ready for Arsenal, bro, because Arsenal aren't getting relegated. Let's be honest. But let's go on to the next game, bro. I'll let you bring this one up.
So the next game after that was Southampton West Ham, and this was pretty much a boring no. I did have Antonio on my fantasy football side.
Yeah, didn't everybody?
Unfortunately, as always. So here's me thinking that Antonio is going to do the business, and the only business he does is get sent off and cost me -1. So I've got to figure out what to do for him this weekend.
Get rid of him, bro. Get him out your team and get another striker in, bro. Get someone like Calvert-Lewin or someone like that in. Someone more reliable in it, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty much a drab game.
Yeah, it was a 0-0 affair, man. It was just one of them really rubbish games.
Southampton's Armando Broja came closest to winning it for Southampton. His shot hit the post, and also Declan Rice had a header cleared off the line.
Yeah.
As well. But those were the only 2 notable chances.
Yeah. And man of the match for this game was Aaron Cresswell.
Yeah.
No, I've not heard that name in a while, bro.
Defender for West Ham.
Yeah. No, I know who he is, bro. Come on. I just haven't heard the name in a while, man. I just not heard his name being mentioned in a long time.
Well, yeah, true.
So the next game was Watford versus Wolves. 2-0 win for Wolves away, which pretty good result for the away team. Francisco Sierralta scored an own goal in the 74th minute. Unfortunate own goal. He Chan scored a goal for Wolves in the 83rd minute. There was a couple of yellow cards around the game. it didn't look like that. You know, the goals came towards the end of. Oh, they came in the last 20 minutes, didn't they? So I think up until then there wasn't much. There was like 3 or 4 yellow cards about, and that's it really. There wasn't really that much else.
No, I did predict that Wolves would nick this one in the preview. Although Shaz is right, they have a new manager, so they were a bit inconsistent. But I think for Watford, they're always going to prove to be a bit too strong for them, and so prove as proven by the result.
Bro, the Arsenal slander is real today, bro. I predict Aubameyang will become Championship Golden Boot and top assists are Big Man Saka. Like I said, I don't think Arsenal are going to get relegated. I don't think it's that bad at Arsenal that they're getting relegated.
Coming from a Chelsea fan, that's very high praise.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I actually forgot. He is a Chelsea fan. That's why he's got the Arsenal hate. But Idris, this next game's for you then. Chelsea versus Aston Villa. The last game of Saturday. Chelsea won 3-0. Lukaku scoring a brace and Mateo Kovacic scoring as well. I wasn't expecting Villa to do much. I mean, they've lost the golden boy, Jack Grealish. So I don't think they're going to be winning big games like this anymore. Chelsea did what they needed to do. Lukaku did what he needed to do by scoring 2 goals. I mean, I didn't expect anything different in this fixture. I expected a Chelsea win, bro.
I watched this game on the Saturday evening, and whilst Chelsea won this, Aston Villa did have a number of chances that unfortunately they didn't take. But going back to the actual crux of the issue, I think it was just the fact that Chelsea were too good on the night. And
this is what happens when you sell your best player for 100 million. Don't buy players to replace him.
Well, let's hope they don't do
That's all I'm saying, bro. I mean, right, they got rid of Jack Grealish and they brought in Axel Tuanzebe. There's not a replacement for him.
Axel Tuanzebe is a defender, though, right? And he signed on loan. That was before.
No, of course, but if you're selling your best player, you need to replace him. You've got 100 million for Jack Grealish and you've not spent any of it.
Well, let's see what happens.
Idris has brought a comment up here. I am scared for United versus Chelsea because I will get slander if Chelsea win. Nah, bro. If United lose, you've got bragging rights in it, bro. But if Chelsea lose, bro, I'm telling you, the Chelsea slander is going to be live, bro. The Chelsea slander is going to be live and kicking, Idris. I'm telling you now. That's going to be a big one.
Oh, that's quite funny, actually.
But after that game, we went on to Sunday.
So Sunday
was Leeds United versus Liverpool. Kickoff at 4:30. Leeds had a red card. Liverpool scored 3. Liverpool were already winning 2-0 by the time the red card had happened. So I think the game was over anyway at that point.
Yeah, that's true. I think it was just unfortunate injury for Harvey Elliott.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as everyone was expecting it to be. Everyone thought he'd broke his ankle or something, but he only dislocated it. From my understanding, it's been popped back in place and he's recovering. So I hope, even though he's a Liverpool player and I don't like Liverpool, I wouldn't wish an injury on anybody. So I would, I do wish him a speedy recovery, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
What is
but
this?
Standard.
The worst Chelsea slander I had was when we finished under Spurs. Spurs fans were going mad. Yeah, Spurs fans will take anything in it, bro. Spurs fans will take anything. I mean, that just goes to show how low expectations Spurs fans have. They finished above Chelsea and went mad. That's just the low expectations that they want to finish above Spurs or Arsenal and they'll celebrate it like they've won the league because they know they're not going to win a trophy. They know they're not going to win anything. Spurs are bottle jobs, man. Spurs are bottle jobs. I'll go on to any podcast and say that Spurs are bottle jobs. I don't care whose podcast it is. I will say that proudly, mate. Spurs are bottle jobs until they win a trophy. Tell me I'm wrong, Shaz.
No, I don't disagree with you. I think you're pretty much nailed on the head. We love our Spurs banter as well.
Spurs and Arsenal are the only 2 teams that get fully slandered on this show, man. Fully slandered, both of them, bro. The only team that doesn't really get much slander is these lot.
Oh, wow.
Nuno will win a trophy. Nah. Nuno may win a trophy, but not a Spurs manager.
Yeah.
I'll call that now. Nuno may win a trophy as manager in the Premier League if he moves to another club after Spurs, but he won't win a trophy with Spurs. He'd be lucky if he wins like the freaking League Cup, or I don't think he'll win the FA Cup or anything. But yeah, Nuno will win a trophy, just not with Spurs. They will
He
win.
says that
The
no one cares about this cup.
Yes, bro. Sick. I like that one, Idris. That's a good one. I like it, bro. I like it. Keep them coming, bro. Keep them coming, bro.
Nice one, Idris. But yeah, moving
sorry,
on to
bro.
the
I'll let you
final.
get back to the Leeds and Liverpool game, bro.
Yeah, Leeds Liverpool, as always, was a routine standard win for Liverpool, with Salah getting his 100th goal in the Premier League.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and
right.
yeah, I mean, not too much to write. Leeds didn't really do much, and they ended up winning comfortably before the injury.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. Yeah, man, there wasn't really. I don't think Leeds were going to do much in that game. I mean, a lot of fans are saying, "Oh, Liverpool are playing really well. They beat Leeds 3-0," but you forgot that United thrashed them 5-1 on the opening day of the Premier League. So chill yourself with your banter, Liverpool people.
Yeah, chill out, guys.
You won. Yes, you won Liverpool, but we beat them 5-1. You beat them 3-0. Calm down, sit down. All right, have your cup of tea and just relax in it. You're not winning the league just because you beat Leeds 3-0 in it. Just relax. You're not winning nothing this season. Just stay in your lane in it. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, and that lane is second place.
No, their lane's like somewhere in the top. No, sorry. Their lane is third or fourth in it. United are first and second, bro. But we moved, bro. The next game was live on Sky Sports on Monday Night Football. It was Everton versus Burnley. Like I said, this game shouldn't have even been broadcast on TV. It should have swapped with the United and Newcastle game. But, I mean, I don't want to go into that too much, bro. Leeds took the lead. Burnley took the lead with Ben Mee scoring in the second half, 53rd minute. Then we had Michael Keane scoring to level up. 5 minutes later, Andros Townsend scored a screamer. And then Demarai Gray scored scored 3 goals in 6 minutes. To take this game. Two assists from Decore and 1 from Townsend, who scored as well. So, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't have expected I wouldn't have expected Everton to lose at home. Everton have had a decent form. They've hit decent form since they've had Rafa Benitez in charge. So I'm expecting decent form from Everton with Rafa Benitez in form.
Yeah, that's true.
But that is the last game that we needed to cover in it. I don't think there was any Premier League games that we've missed off that list.
No, we covered everything.
No, we covered everything. But this last game, Everton versus Burnley, Demarai Gray got, it says king of the match on this website, but it's man of the match. He scored a goal, and he got man of the match. So happy days for him. What's this comment? Liverpool will win the False Cup, FA Cup. They're not winning the FA Cup. No way. That's Arsenal's cup, bro. Let Arsenal have their trophy, bro. Let Arsenal have their FA Cup in it. Liverpool won't win the FA Cup. Liverpool won't win the Premier League. Liverpool won't win the Champions League. They won't win the League Cup. They ain't winning nothing. All they're winning is slander from me. That's it. That's all they're getting this season. Full on slander from me, Liverpool.
They don't need to wait to the end of the season. They've already won it. Shaz is giving it to them.
I'm giving them slander every week, bro. Every episode we're on All Things Football, they're getting slander from me, bro. Liverpool, Arsenal get slander from you on every episode, so I've got to give someone slander in it. I've got to equal it out in it, bro.
Exactly.
But overall, I don't think there was much in these games, bro. There weren't any major upsets besides Tottenham and Crystal Palace's game. I think that was the major upset that Tottenham lost to Crystal Palace.
The major upset was that Ronaldo didn't get a hat trick.
That's true.
Ronaldo didn't get a hat trick.
What does it say?
Bruno didn't have a penalty. So
No, they will beat Arsenal 879-0. Now, come on, bro. The Arsenal slander is okay, but the 880th will be offside. Wow.
Idris is on it today.
Idris is on it with these high-scoring goals, bro. I don't even know which team he's speaking about. Is it Liverpool or is it Spurs?
So I just wanted to bring up this anyway.
Yeah,
just
go
because
for it, bro.
we love to see it. So let me just share that in the screen. Okay, sorry. Thanks, Chaz.
I already brought it up. Sorry, bro.
Sorry. Yeah. Let me know if
look who's at the top of the league. Yeah, look who's at the top of the league. Yeah, and that's where we're gonna be at the end of the season as well, isn't it, bro? That's where right now. That's where I expect us to be at the end of the season, innit? Can we do it if we're consistent enough? Yes. Will we do it? No, because this is Man United.
No,
that's my honest opinion.
As I said, Man United don't bring in Ronaldo to finish second place. I'll tell you that right now.
But bro, this is United, innit? This is Solskjaer, innit, bro? Solskjaer's team selection is shocking, bro. I mean, I want to touch on it a little bit after the Young Boys game. He started Van der Beek. Right. So what I don't get is something that Peter Schmeichel mentioned in an interview is that you've got your first game of the Champions League, and then on the weekend you're playing West Ham. So why not start your strongest team in the Champions League to start your campaign off strong and maybe play a slightly weaker team against West Ham? So he should have started with Varane. He should have started with Mason Greenwood. Yes, Van der Beek deserved a start because he's a good player, and he showed it in this game. He didn't really do much wrong. The only error that I saw in this game was two things. Wan-Bissaka's red card. That shouldn't have been a red card, but I spoke about that yesterday. And Jesse Lingard passing back to De Gea with 30 seconds of the game to go, which he shouldn't have done either. Those are the only two errors that United as a team made. Solskjaer as a manager, bro, made mistakes by taking Ronaldo and Fernandes off. When if you have a player with like Ronaldo and Fernandes, if you have them both on the pitch, even with 10 men, they can pull off some magic, bro.
We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago when you asked me that I think you asked me or someone put a comment, should United field a weekend side? And I said no, for the Champions League first game, you go all out, which means
exactly, bro.
You stay all out. It doesn't matter because you want to show intent. No,
you do it AEW style, all out in it, bro.
Exactly. But yeah, okay, it's a blip. We'll move on. We live, we learn. Well, we hope Ollie learns.
What I'm expecting against the game at West Ham is a full strong side. But I don't think we're even going to get that. I'm expecting Van der Beek to score, Van der Beek to play against West Ham. He's had one start. Give him a consistent run of games.
Yeah,
and see how well he does.
You know what? Now is the time to put Van der Beek in because McTominay's out injured. Fred, let's be honest.
Fred was back yesterday. But you don't need to play Fred. Having Fred in the team, sometimes it feels like you're playing with 10 men, bro.
Now, what Ollie needs to do this season is, and I know this is a funny dilemma. So last season, it was the fact that he didn't make enough subs. This season, what he needs to realize is
he's making the wrong. You can't just make a sub willy-nilly, innit? You've got to be tactical with the subs in it.
So what the point about Lingard that I've mentioned to you before we jumped on is no disrespect to Lingard, but in that situation, Lingard didn't need to come on.
No, definitely not. And another player, right?
God.
Another player I want to mention, bro, right? He took Ronaldo off, and I think he put Martial on for Ronaldo, right? And this is what I have a problem with. So Martial is a player that Solskjaer tried to sell. He tried to loan him out this season, and then he's putting him on for Ronaldo. So there's a couple of comments here from Idris. I just want to bring this one up. Salah will overtake Messi and Ronaldo in goals with 790. No chance. Salah won't come close to Ronaldo or Messi. Bro, I mean, that's disrespectful saying something like that, bro. Messi and Ronaldo. So you've got greats here, yeah. You've got football greats here, yeah. Just here. And then you've got Messi and Ronaldo up here.
Right?
And Salah is somewhere down here. He doesn't even get into the greats for me. What's his next comment?
I don't know what
Chelsea will beat United by goal difference, nah. If United lose it, if United are winning the Premier League, it's going to be on points. United don't do it on goal difference like other teams do. Chelsea, can they win the Premier League after their successful season last season by getting the Champions League? Yes, they can. Chelsea have got a great man in Tuchel, and I think they're more than capable of winning the league. They need to be consistent with, winning just like United. So I think it comes down to who's more consistent with wins and who can gather the most momentum at the start of the season going into the Christmas, and then after Christmas keeping that momentum going. So I think right now I can't really say who I think is going to win the league. Who do I want to win the league? Is your boys United, as always. Will they win it? Too early to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
What about your thoughts on that, Chaz? Chelsea will beat United by goal difference.
Well, I think it will be a close season, but like you said, I think it's too early to say. I think the crucial games will be when the big six. I said big six.
There's no big six, bro. It's big four now. There's no Arsenal and no Tottenham in the big six no more.
Yeah. So let's talk about the big four when they face each other. It'll be who comes out on top of those.
It's gonna be those matches where United play Chelsea, Liverpool, and City. Those are going to be the key games to get points in, like taking points from the big teams.
Very true.
Next comment: big man Donny will become Iniesta versus PSG in the semi-final.
Oh wow!
I mean, that's big expectations to put on Donny to become Iniesta. He's a great player. He's young. He's got potential to be a great midfielder, but I wouldn't compare him to someone like Iniesta because Iniesta's game's a lot different.
One of a kind, yeah.
Next comment: Arsenal's defense is worse than shredded cheese. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Right now, Arsenal's whole team is. I don't know. I think what they need is an overhaul. They just need to get rid of all the dead wood, and they need to start bringing in quality players.
Another funny thing about them getting rid of it with deadwood is that with United they did it. They phased out the deadwood. The problem is every single player in Arsenal teams is deadwood.
Exactly.
You literally would have to get rid of all 11 or 22. And
not really though, bro. Not really. I mean, they've got some good players, right? Party's a good player.
Party's good.
Aubameyang is in the right team's a good player. Lacazette's a good player. Odegaard's a good player. The Japanese striker that they signed, what's his name?
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yes, he's a good player. So they've got a handful of good players, bro. It's just they need more than 5 good players. They need a team of 11 good players and maybe 3 or 4 great players. You know, like your Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo and Pogba. They need those type of big players in their team.
Actually, Idris makes a valid point on this next one. It's quite funny.
I've just read that. So we're going to act like Leicester don't exist. No, Leicester do exist, but they're not a top 4 or top 6 team. They've won the Premier League once in, the past 20, 30 years or something. That doesn't make them a top 6 team. Not at all. It doesn't. And that's why I've said Tottenham are a top 6 team. Because Tottenham have never won a trophy in the past,
20 years. What it makes is it makes Leicester a better team than Tottenham.
It does. It makes Leicester a good team because they've won the Premier League, and that's more than Tottenham can say. So if there is a top 6, Leicester would be in it, and Tottenham wouldn't, because so the top 6 that people say are United, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Arsenal. Right? Out of those 6 teams, there's only one team that hasn't won a Premier League, and that's Tottenham. So why do they deserve to be in a top 6 or top 6 group when they've never won a league, but Leicester have? So Leicester deserve to be in that top 6 more than Tottenham. Yeah, they won as much as Liverpool in 5 years. Yeah, but Tottenham, that's the point. Tottenham haven't won the Premier League ever.
Yeah.
And they're not even looking likely. Leicester can say they've got Premier League medals. Leicester can say we won the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Like Blackburn Rovers can say we won the Premier League once upon a time. Do you know what I mean? They're up there with the teams that can say they've won the Premier League. And there's Rovers, Leicester, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City. 7 teams that I can think of that have won the Premier League as the Premier League. And the Premier League only started in 92 or something like that.
Yeah, correct.
I think there's only 7 teams that have actually won it. So to me, no, Tottenham don't deserve to be classed as a top 6 club at all. But we'll move on, bro. We will talk about the top 6 and who should be in it in another episode, because that's an interesting conversation to have. We'll definitely revisit that somewhere down the line when we've got some time. But Shaz, overall this week, what were your thoughts on like the week overall? Was it exciting? Was it boring? You know what I mean? What's your overall thoughts?
I mean, I thought it was it went as expected. I thought obviously the key game was obviously United versus Newcastle.
Yes.
Ronaldo's return did not disappoint.
That was always going to be the biggest game this week because of Ronaldo's return. If it wasn't for Ronaldo's return, probably the bigger game would have been Leicester and City, because that's always an interesting game. But it only ended 1-0, and I would have expected more goals in that game. But it's just one of them, innit, bro? It's just one of them things that it does happen in football. You never know what. And this is why I like the Premier League, bro, because any team can beat any team. Do you know what I mean? But if you go to places like La Liga, it's Barca winning, Real Madrid winning, Atletico Madrid winning. There's only 3 teams that really win it. And then Bundesliga, it's Bayern Munich and Dortmund.
Yeah.
In France, you've got Paris Saint-Germain. Do you know what I mean? The Premier League is full of great teams, and on any given day, any team can beat any team. Like Brighton have beat United. Burnley have beaten United. Brentford beat Arsenal on the opening day of the Premier League this season in their first game in the Premier League. That's how exciting the Premier League is, bro. And I'm using that in as an example because that was one of the shock results so far of the Premier League in the first 4 weeks. That's the biggest upset that I've seen in the Premier League in a long time, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
And it's up there with Burnley coming up to the Premier League and beating United that season.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
Because that did happen. I'm not going to shy away from it. The same thing happened to United on opening day. Burnley, I think it was opening day anyway. Burnley beat United. I don't know if it was at Old Trafford or at Turf Moor, but it did happen. It's just one of those things. And that's what I'm saying. The Premier League is very unpredictable because the quality in all the teams is really good. And any given team can beat any other team on any given day. It just depends which team turns up and what form they're in. Like Arsenal are in bad form, but they beat Norwich.
Very true.
They got beat by Brentford, and they got beat by who else did beat? Who else? Who did they play in the second week?
Oh, Man City.
Man City. What about third week?
Third week. Let me have a look.
I can't even remember now, man. Let's have a look. Arsenal's fixtures. It's seen so far. Oh, West Brom. No, that was in the cup.
No, Chelsea. It was Chelsea.
Chelsea, that's it. So Chelsea, City, and Brentford beat them, but then they beat Norwich. So it's
a madness.
It's a madness in the Premier League. Like, look at United. They beat Leeds 5-1, but then they couldn't beat Southampton. Then they beat Wolves and they beat Newcastle. So let's hope that consistency of wins now continues with United, and they keep getting those 3 points, because like I said, these first opening 5 games are very crucial, and we should be getting the points for all games, like 15 points out of 5 in 5 games, bro. We should be doing that against these teams, because these teams, if we want to be title contenders, these are the teams we should be beating. We shouldn't be drawing to Norwich. Not Norwich. We shouldn't be drawing to Southampton. That's the only game that we haven't won.
Yep.
And that's a game that was probably, to me, that would have been an easier game than the Leeds game and the Wolves game and the Newcastle game. We should have beaten Southampton. And this is the problem with the United team. They're not consistent enough against these smaller teams. And no disrespect by calling them smaller teams. But to United, they should be classed as smaller teams because they should be walking over them. 9 times out of 10, United beat Southampton. But this time they drew. So it's just a madness.
It is indeed, yeah.
Am I wrong, Shaz, in what I'm saying about the Premier League being one of the most exciting, probably the most exciting league?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's definitely a lot more competitive than some of the other leagues around.
Yeah, definitely. And I've always said that if Messi wanted to truly be classed as one of the greatest players in the world, he should have come to the Premier League.
He should have. I think it's a missed opportunity.
He should have come 5 years ago, right? But he didn't. But he had an opportunity after he left Barca and they couldn't re-sign him to come to the Premier League. He could have come. He still could have gone to Man City, even though they just spent 100 million on Jack Grealish. They didn't have to. They wouldn't have had to pay a fee for Messi. They would have just had to pay his wages and maybe sell 2 or 3 players to balance the books out. And I think City could have done that if they wanted to, or if Messi was very serious about joining City. But he didn't want to join City because he knows he can't hack it in the Premier League. To me, Messi can't hack it in the Premier League, but Ronaldo's proven it previously when he was here that he can. And this time he's already proven it in his first game that he hasn't lost a step. He's still smashing goals against Newcastle.
I think quality always shines. Quality always shows that if you're good enough, you'll succeed in any league, regardless of how long you played there or how much of an absence you've had. And I think you'll see that going forward. These players will bring out their true skill set.
100%, bro. 100%. It's just a shame that we never got to see Messi in the Premier League and prove himself as that he can hack it in the Premier League.
Well, no, he
already 5 years too late, man. It's already 5 years too late, and he's just now after he plays at PSG, he's going to regret going to PSG. And then he's probably going to end up retiring after that, or he might go to America and play the MLS for
Miami. He's winding down, basically. That's what he's doing.
I guarantee he will end up in the MLS, and so will Ronaldo. Maybe they'll end up at Miami together in the same team with Beckham. If anyone can pull that off, it will be David Beckham.
Yep, very true.
And I believe, is it Phil Neville's that's the manager over at Inter Miami?
Correct, yeah. Phil Neville is their coach.
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting league as well. If you ask me, bro, the MLS, they've got some good players over there. They've got Carlos Vela, Luis Nani. Who else have they got, man? Chicharito was there at one point.
Yeah, he was.
I believe he's back in the Premier League now, isn't he?
Yeah, Nani, I'm pretty sure. Is he talking about Nani? Nani, I'm not sure.
No, Nani's at Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah. That's what I thought. Rooney played there for a little while.
Yeah. Rooney played for Washington, didn't he?
Yeah, DC, Washington, DC.
Okay,
United.
no, Hernandez. Chicharito plays for LA Galaxy.
Okay.
I thought he was somewhere. Where's this guy been? So from United, he went on loan to Madrid. Then he went to Bayer Leverkusen.
Mm-hmm.
He was at West Ham for a season.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh, sorry. He was there for 2 years at West Ham. 55 appearances and 16 goals. That's still decent, you know. Then he went to Sevilla, only played 9 games and scored 1 goal in a season. Now he's at LA Galaxy. Bro, he's got good stats at LA Galaxy. 23 games, 12 goals. That's like near enough a goal every other game.
Yeah, can't complain. He's
still a great player, me. He's only 33, bro. United sold him 5-6 years ago when he was 27, and I don't think we should have sold him. I still think he could have done a lot for United.
Yeah, I think he would have done well, but it's just unfortunate.
Obviously, after Rooney left, and you know that squad the great squad that we had at that time.
Yeah,
if we kept Chicharito and maybe built a team around him for a few years, we could have done well. We could have, he would have been, banging goals in left, right, and centre because he's one of them type of players. He's in the right place at the right time to score goals.
Yep, very true.
And he showed that when he was at United. He used to come off the bench all the time and score. It was like an impact sub. And I think he could have done it from the start of the game as well. It's just a shame that United got rid of him when they did.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he was a little classy player, but wish him well wherever he is now. Obviously, LA Galaxy, and we'll move.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro, definitely. But people, I do appreciate you all tuning in. We are going to call it a night on this one, unless Shaz has got anything else to add or anything else to say.
No, it's been great jumping on. Apologies, I couldn't jump on yesterday.
Nah, no need to apologize, bro.
I just want to give
no need to apologize at all, bro. No need.
No, I appreciate it, bro. I just want to give a shout out to Rich and Darren for taking over the All Things Sky Blues.
Yes, they were on the
Smashed
Sky
it out
Blues,
of the park. Rich,
100%. I watched it, bro. I was watching it. They smashed it.
Yeah, absolutely. So big shout out to them for representing, and obviously Shaz for managing stuff in my absence. But glad to be back and looking to push out more content over the next week or so.
Nah, it's always good to have you back, bro. Always good to have you on the show, man. It's always good, man. I did miss you yesterday on the show, man, because it was just me talking to myself.
That's fine, bro. So good.
I don't know if you watched the episode back, bro, but I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable talking to myself, bro. It was just a bit weird.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I think it showed in the episode, so I'm gonna have to change how I do that if I have to do it on my own again.
It's cool, bro. Don't worry. Hopefully, it won't happen too often.
Moving on to the next episode, people. We'll be back again tomorrow. All things football, preview of the Premier League, game week 5 for this season. We'll be running down the games for next week. We're giving you our thoughts on the games and our predictions. That's all I can think of for today. So before we do go, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit us up over on Twitch, and follow the channel over on Twitch and over here on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Official Facebook and Twitter are scrolling across the bottom, and ours are in the corner right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate Idris tuning in and leaving his comments. Appreciate everyone else who's tuned in. Appreciate all the love and support that you give us. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be continuing to do it. All the love and support is really, really appreciated. But that is it for now. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video tomorrow evening.
Take it easy.